I forgot about all. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. And then that just Phil Anselmo. See, thanks, Pantera. You make me smarter.
Very weird. I had no idea. That's really strange.
It's true, by the way. Pantera gets me fired up. We used to listen to Pantera before work. Every morning we'd listen to Walk. Before we got out of the work truck, we'd pull up to the job site and just fucking crank Walk and sit there and listen to the whole song. And then we go to work. And we all worked hard.
One thing I always totally respected Pantera for is they're one of the few bands where each album got successfesssfully like heavier than the previous. They literally upped the ante with every album. Like, you listen to the first one, it was just, it was heavy, but it was a little more in the standard hair metalish rock sort of genre. And then they come out with, Vulgar Display of Power, and all of a sudden it's just this much heavier album. Then Far Beyond Driven was insanely heavy.
It's the only one I give a crap about, really.
Oh, Great Southern Trendkill scared the shit out of me when I hit play on that one. That album just went insane. I remember going, okay, well, there's no, you can't get any heavier. And like they hit every genre in that one in a sense of for extreme metal style thing. And then they come out with Reinventing the Steel, and they just kind of turned everything right over on its head and just made songs, again, super fucking heavy. It just got heavier, not necessarily faster, but just heavier. And God, fucking love that band for that. It was amazing.
Good band.
Yeah. Very big fan. Glad I saw them live like 4 times. It was incredible. Saw them when they opened up for Skid Row. Makes you laugh. The best thing is, guess who the opening act was for both those bands?
Who's that?
Killer Dwarfs.
Okay, that's cool.
It was
Killer
amazing.
Dwarfs and Skid Row, that makes sense. But I don't know, Pantera with Skid Row, I just don't. It's funny that like Skid Row had great opening acts.
Yeah,
they
huge.
did. They were really huge. They only ever had 2 albums. They weren't like a big giant band.
3. Two big albums.
The third
in the
one
last
was
album.
crap. The third one was like a fucking cover album or joke album or whatever.
Yeah, wasn't great.
They had 2. Or B-sides. It was B-sides album. That's what
B-sides. Yeah. What was it? Slave to the Grind. That was
Slave to the Grind. Skid Row, and then the B-sides. I think it's something B-sides or something. Slave to the B-side. It has some really cheesy fucking title too.
Slave to the Grind of B-sides in Skid Row.
Something like that. They're good. I'm not saying anything. You throw on 18 in Life, it's a good song.
Yeah.
They're good.
I follow Sebastian Bach on social media too because the guy's fucking hilarious. He's such a child. Never changed a beat since the fucking 80s. Like, just nothing.
He's really funny on Gilmore Girls.
Yeah. Hey, do you know every day of every fucking calendar year has its own special day?
I do know that. I used to have a calendar that had them all on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got it out of Maxim magazine.
Oh, shit. That's kind of cool. Did you know what the March 20th is?
No.
It's Snowman Burning Day.
Oh, that's cool.
It's supposed to symbolize, of course, the end of winter. But yeah, I mean, chuck some lighter fluid on a snowman and light him up. If you still got the weather for it, why not?
Yeah, why not? I melted all the snow in my yard one day just to freak out my neighbors. In Calgary.
Really?
Yeah. Just took out a hairdryer. I was out there for like 4 days.
That's hilarious.
Just at night. It wasn't 4 days. It took all night almost, but yeah, I just melted all the snow off my lawn.
That's funny.
So the next day, everyone's covered in snow, and I was sitting out in a lawn chair drinking a beer.
Your mom was going at the end of the month going, why the fuck is our hydro bill so high? I don't know, but I see grass. That's all I know. Oh, man. So this is interesting. So did you know that the Queen Elizabeth visited the set of Game of Thrones not too long ago? But one of the big things is people thought, it'd be great to be able to get a shot of her on the Game of Thrones throne. But unfortunately, she's not allowed. There's an obscure rule that she's not allowed to sit on a ruling monarch cannot sit on a foreign throne, even if it's fictional.
That's stupid.
I don't think it gets any dumber than that.
Jag Meat sat on the goddamn thing. He's not a monarch, but that's a stupid rule. No wonder they're all pissy. Like, can I sit on the fake throne? No. What?
But I mean, here's the question though. Okay, so she does it. Who's gonna arrest her?
The queen.
Like, she stands up. She's like, sit down, take the picture. She's like, okay, I'm going to jail now.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I guess you overthrow them. I guess. I don't know. The queen, the army just turns on you. The furry hat guys are like, all right, bitch, you're coming with us. What? No, I'm not. I'm the fucking queen. Get the fuck out of here.
It's just fucking funny. Oh, weird, stupid thing.
It is, because you're kind of right. Like, who makes the rules? Like,
yeah.
Well, as of the queen, I changed that rule. Now I'm going to sit on the Game of Thrones fucking throne. I'm 172 years old. I'm probably going to die any minute now. I'm sitting on the fucking throne.
And it'd be nice if I could die on this throne. Maybe that's what it is. They're just scared about her dying on somebody else's throne, and therefore that becomes... I don't know. Doesn't it just become British that way? Doesn't mean that she ran it. She died on the throne. That was it. That means it's under British rule.
Her dying words are totally going to be just like, fuck you, Meghan Markle.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking hell. Do you know that in 1990, the Prime Minister of New Zealand appointed a gentleman by the name of Ian Brackenbury Channel, who was an old friend of his, as the Wizard of New Zealand?
I want you guys to vote for me to change my name to Brackenbury, the Wizard of New Zealand.
Well, he's even given an annual stipend.
Yep.
Stipend. What is that?
It's your stipend is your daily expenses. Basically, you get a certain amount of money to spend every day. It's like a per diem.
Oh, there you go. So there you go. So I have to... But
it's not every day. Like you get a stipend for like doing a job. Like they'll give them to you for like doing an interview. Like if you were on another podcast and they paid you to be on, that would be like a stipend. Or if I paid you to go do another podcast. Anyway, it's like a payment for stuff.
How about that?
I got a stipend when I did that interview for that Scottish newspaper. And the Portland Hotel Society gave me a stipend for doing it. It was like $20.
Stipend. Why don't you just call it a paycheck? That's all it is.
Because if it's a stipend, then you don't pay taxes on it, and neither does your employer. Oh. But if it's a paycheck, you both pay taxes on it.
Well, how about that? Did not know that. And in 40 minutes, I'm going to not know that again.
So what's the deal with Brackenbury?
Well, he is known as the Wizard of New Zealand.
Still better than Frankenberries?
Yep. So Brackenbury.
So they've got like their own Merlin.
Yeah. Yeah, he has it. Yeah, he's got the beard, he's got the hat, he wears he's got a staff, and he legit plays the part of a fucking wizard.
He plays the part, or he is?
I'm going to assume
he's just playing the part. I don't like him anymore.
I'm assuming I highly doubt he's an actual wizard.
Well, then fuck that guy. Brackenbury, you lost me,
It's New Zealand. It's New Zealand. They're just out there they're like, okay, look, everybody knows us from Lord of the Rings, but we're not doing any more of those anymore, so we gotta be more, we gotta get known.
Yeah, but they're freaky, weird, like, they're First Nations people, there are weird, spiritual weirdos. It's like, it wouldn't surprise me if there was like a national wizard. They actually have like an Aboriginal government and shit.
Oh, neat. Don't know anything about the country. A lot of green stuff.
Maoris are of New Zealand descent, or the people of New Zealand are descended from Maoris, or something like that.
I'm just gonna have to agree.
Like that.
I
don't
idea.
remember. It was just all explained to me recently by a guy in New Zealand. Because that's who you ask New Zealand stuff about.
Makes sense.
And no, he was on that YouTube show I did with all the black
Oh,
people.
right. Okay.
He was one of the black people.
Oh, neat.
I was the other guy.
I am going to put this one to the test. Not right now because I just don't have them here in front of me. But apparently, if you eat an apple, a potato, and an onion, and you plug your nose, they will all taste the same.
I've smoked for 31 years. Everything all tastes the same anyway. That's not special at all.
It's fucking funny.
An apple, an onion, and a potato. I disagree. When I go buy my 10 pounds of carrots tomorrow, I'll buy those 3 things too.
All right. Well, because our sense of taste is 80% of that is made up from our sense of smell.
Yes.
So
that much I know because I have a friend who was born with no sense of smell and he can't taste food.
That's right. And you told me about that one.
That's when I learned that. I didn't know that until him. It makes sense though.
It does.
Because like you don't get hungry until you smell food and shit. It totally makes sense. But I don't. So you eat? What do you plug your nose and eat these? Is that what you said you have to do?
Yep. Plug your nose and eat them.
No, I don't buy it. I think I could tell an onion from an apple with my nose plugged.
I don't know. Well, you have to try that out. I have all 3 of them here. Does it depend on? I mean, I guess the big question is does it depend on which one?
I don't know. You read
what
thing.
apple? That's all it tells me. Doesn't tell me anything else. Maybe
it
just says between these 3 foods, so it doesn't even specify. So I guess not. Vincent Van Gogh, you know him.
Yeah, and fancy people, you don't have to call him Van Gogh. Just call him Van Gogh. It's okay. I hate when people
Van Gogh.
Vincent Van Gogh. Fuck off. It's just Van Gogh. Get out of here.
Go hawk your loogie somewhere else.
You don't sound cooler. You don't sound smarter when you do that. You just fucking stop the conversation for 5 minutes and annoy the fuck out of everybody.
Iran, shut the fuck up.
Van Gogh.
Do you know how many paintings he sold while he was alive?
7.
1.
Oh, crazy.
And it was a few months before his death.
Yeah, well, that's what they say. You don't get famous until you're dead, right?
Yep.
Posthumously.
What I think is, I mean, you would have to say, because the painting itself was called The Red Vineyard. You would have to think that has to be the best, like the most expensive Van Gogh painting ever, because it was the only one that he sold while he was alive. That's got to have some.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure it does.
But I've never actually heard of it before.
No, I don't care about art at all.
No.
Like, that kind of art, I guess, no, I don't. I don't care about, like, old art. I'd rather see new art, to be honest. Like, apparently the Mona Lisa is, like, really stupid and underwhelming.
It's tiny. Very
Yeah, I've heard that, too, yeah.
Yeah, it's really tiny.
But I don't
People
care.
thinks it's huge.
I don't care about old art. I really don't. I would rather see something new. Like I'll go see when what's his name, Da Vinci had a thing at the Vancouver Art Gallery. I went and checked it out and it was kind of cool. But I don't really celebrate old art as much as new. I think new art is better. I think it's more creative.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what's weird? I've found. Oh, here we go. That's what I was looking for. No. There's nowhere that oh, there it is. Is that it? No, irises. The most expensive one of his paintings, I think, was called Irises, which sold for $59.3 million.
craziness.